Engadine. He was her husband in a past life. On the last video I said they couldn't have sex until their husband and wife status is cleared in heavenly heaven. Why connect? You were a pilot, I a stewardess. A man, I a woman. A yogi, I a student of yoga. My husband, you are right to enjoy and be a part of each other's life. Okay, so this is you reunited, and so glad we did. Peaches and Herb. Herb or Herb? No. It was Herb. Okay. I'm reminded, I'll just let you look at things. See, because I'm tearing down the idols, this will be a good book for you to buy. Jordan B. Peterson is my brother, is St. Peter's son. I was St. Peter's daughter. Jesse Peterson was St. Peter's son, our brother also. And he said to me, express yourself. And then he said, get it off your chest. He's a black man, and he calls Trump the Great White Hope. So he does not pull any punches. He's very courageous that he says exactly what he wants to say. And I'm very proud of him, and I'm empowered watching him on Newsmax TV. So anyway, 12 Rules for Life, the antidote to chaos, because I'm tearing down the false idols, and it could be chaotic. So if you read this book, you can stay centered and not get lost or hurt by the chaos that's bound to occur when you remove people's illusions. Okay, I'm reminded of the swing Brother Wright Sing Bird Song Now, built for me in our backyard, where I spent hours with my hair free, blowing in the wind, a song by Bob Dylan, Blowing in the Wind. I sat upon my wooden seat, hair blowing in the wind, in the rhythm of pumping air with my legs and feet as I sat upon my wooden seat. She don't eat meat. She March, she Eve was Little Bo Peep. See, DVD, you can get it at Walmart, March of the Wooden Soldiers, Laurel and Hardy, Babes in Toyland. Okay, so you understand what I'm doing. I'm telling you my personal history, and including the art that was a part of it, so you see it and experience extraordinary creativity, because I'm only telling you about the best of the songs and the best of the movies. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the wind. There's a D. Die. Divine. Do hell. No, die hell. Die. Disappear inside the wall of pride in Bride of Frankenstein. Blowing the wind. You could have been king of the mountain. Fountain. Fountains is a songy. By discounting God's woman, you get to love. You get to live with your pride, the memory you lied to the woman who put you on the path, and in whose womb your last mother is growing in. Yeah, that's fact. I am also Gin, G-I-N. Down went your house of cards. You know, when you win a gin rum, you say gin. You get it? Okay. Song. I'll just finish it. Okay, so that page is done. Good, I got to the page. Now, what do we got here? Mainstreaming clues to the authorized. It used to be the marginalized. Now it's the authorized. It says, you don't need cable anymore. Okay, you have CRTV. This is one of the shows. Get Off My Lawn. That's from when I was a little girl. Catherine Williams and I were walking down the alley in Clarksville, Tennessee, where we lived, and we saw apples on the ground in the suburbs, on her lawn. So we climbed the fence, justifying saying, well, she didn't want them, they're just laying on the ground rotting. So we took some of her apples, Mrs. Anderson's apples. And so she didn't say get off my lawn, but she said it in effect because she called her my aunt and complained. And my aunt asked me if I took the apples, and I had to say yes. And I was so mad at myself. I was furious at myself because I wanted to be a good girl. And I didn't realize when I was taking the apples that that's called stealing, because they were just laying there, and it seemed fine to get apples to keep that were rotting, you know. But when I realized it was stealing, and then I had stolen, I went crazy, and I started going left, and I went around and around and around and around, and turned the world left. It had been going right. I turned it left. I didn't know I had that kind of power. I didn't know that's what I was doing. I knew something was cooking in my unconscious, but I couldn't help it. I was so mad at myself. So that happened. Okay, Get Off My Lawn by Davin. No, his name's Gavin. Davin is Norma's son in Phoenix. You know, rises from the ashes and becomes whole again. That's what I'm doing. So Gavin McInnes, the comedian who said on Red Eye, used to come on 3 a.m. Greg Gutfeld was the host. Now he has his own show on Fox News at an earlier time. Okay, on Red Eye, he said on Red Eye, we already have the first female president. When Barry Soetoro was in power, he said that. It took balls to say that at that time. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. That was a song by Jerry Lee Lewis. He married his 13-year-old cousin. Einstein also married his cousin. Eve was Einstein. Einstein's theory of relativity proven to work, even 3-star system.